Okay, I think we are live here. Hello, everybody. Let people come on the stream. I just posted everywhere that we're live with my friend Kristen. I'm really excited to have her on the podcast. Actually, she is the editor of this podcast. So, full disclosure. But that's how this digital nomad economy works, guys. It works because, let's make sure that my microphone is correct. There we go. This digital economy works because you can be friends with people, you can work with them remotely, even if you've never met them in real life, you can collaborate together, you can support each other, you can learn from each other, and it's just one big happy family. Okay, I think everything is working here. Is anybody in the chat? Well, we'll find out. We will find out. Okay, yes, I'm live. Let's open that up. Video unavailable. Okay, well, it looks like I'm live. Okay, let's get started. There we go. All right, we'll read Kristen's bio. Hello, if you're just now joining us on this lovely Tuesday of Badass Digital Nomads. Okay. Yes. All right, guys, welcome to another episode, a live episode, live recording of Badass Digital Nomads. I am your host, Kristen, and today's guest is Kristen Moschman from Germany. Kristen is the editor of this podcast, and we're going to talk to her today about how she left her 9-to-5 to become a digital nomad just a few months ago. So Kristen was born in Germany, but from a very young age, she always had an urge to move around and travel and see the world. She began her career at 23 years old when she started her own video production company, but that business failed after 9/11 and after the inception of the euro in Europe. So starting over, she left her home country with just a backpack in 2005 and traveled around the world doing odd jobs before landing roles at Yahoo and in the finance industry in Dublin, Ireland. At that time, she also became exposed to the online poker industry for the first time, and within a year, she was working for PokerStars, the largest poker site in the world, during the peak of the online poker boom. She moved to their headquarters in the Isle of Man in 2010, just a year before the giant online poker and online gambling crash of Black Friday in 2011. So after thinking that she had it all with a high-paying job, free travel, and all the comforts that she thought she wanted as an adult professional, she began to get depressed. But taking a break and going on sabbatical didn't heal her burnout. She knew it was time to leave the 9-to-5, so after negotiating a mutual termination with her employer, she is now traveling the world full-time as a digital nomad, as an online freelancer and solopreneur. She's done things like spent time in Las Vegas this summer to play poker, and she's now making her way to Alaska via Vancouver, British Columbia. Kristen supports herself through her new business, creating content for other digital nomads, myself included. Her company is called Nice and Sunny, and she's now living a happier, sunnier life as a location-independent professional. So Kristen is coming on the show today to share her journey of how she finally let go of the 9-to-5 to become a digital nomad. So welcome, Kristen.
Hello. Hello from Vancouver Island.
Oh, amazing. So we'll just set the scene here a little bit. I am in Florida, and today's coffee mug comes from Krakow, Poland. And I always have a coffee mug from a different country. And Kristen's in Vancouver, British Columbia. Kristen, what are you doing over there? I've been to Vancouver, but I've never been to Vancouver Island. So yeah, what are you doing over there?
It was literally like my first touch point with the digital nomad life, having to leave the US for a bit because I was spending the summer in Vegas. And I have like a sort of business thing, but not really. I'm just helping out a friend in Alaska. So I had to leave the US for a bit, and I said, what's in between Vegas and Alaska? Let's just go to Vancouver. What I didn't know is that it's very expensive here.
Yes, it is extremely expensive. So, we're going to talk a little bit later about your travel strategies and your budget and things like that. But first, I would love to talk a little bit about your background because it's such an interesting background. We have actually crossed paths or lived in like parallel universes for a long time because I, of course, work in the online poker industry as well, or kind of alongside of it. So let's just go back to the beginning. How did you decide to start your first business in video production, and then why did that business fail? So this is before you had the cushy corporate job, and of course before you finally went nomadic. So tell me about that time.
Yeah, it was right. So my dream as a kid was always to become a music video producer. That was like my big goal. While other kids wanted to be like princesses or something, I wanted to be a music video producer. And when I was 16, I got an internship at a video production company, and they even hired me then after school to do my apprenticeship there. I could have gone to university, but I decided no. I got a chance here to become a video producer and work as it, like right there, hands-on and all that. So I did that, and for 3 years I did my apprenticeship and became a audio-visual media producer. That's like the title. And right after that, so I had started doing documentaries about music festivals in that area, and I had met a few people in the industry, and I actually had some job offers back then as a freelancer or for my company. So I decided, why not just start my own business, especially because in the same year there were like 35 audiovisual media producers that finished in Hanover in Germany, and I was like, there's no way I'm getting a job anywhere, so why not start my own thing? And I had offers. So I started it, but and it's still today, I'm not having a good eye on world developments around economic situations. I never know what's going on really, which keeps me happy in the long run. But at the time, I did not expect 9/11 to do anything. I didn't understand that would have an impact on German economic situations, or also the euro came in 2002. And I did not think that, why would that happen? I just did not think about any of that stuff. So just like, I want to do my own thing. So I started my own video production company, and that company that was my first client went bankrupt because of all the above reasons. So my big mistake that I made back then was because I knew I had this big client, that I bought the materials. So I bought the equipment, like the camera and all that. So when they pulled the contract, I had debt, and that was it. So then I couldn't dig myself out of the hole. I think I did everything that you're supposed to do. At the time, I had a website. So keep in mind, it's 2002. I had a website. I had my business in the yellow pages. I sent letters to small businesses in the area, my services. Did everything, and in newspaper and all these things I expected to do, but in the end I just didn't get any offers, and it was like some wedding videos for like 500 euros, and it just wouldn't pay, for my living expenses. So yeah, I was holding on to it, but after 3 years I just had to say, okay, that's it.
There's a lot to unpack there, because I was just reading this morning actually that when you don't diversify your identity, it can all come crashing down, basically. So we all are taught to identify with one specialty or one career path, and we're taught to diversify our income and revenue or investments, but not who we are. So it's like when we that's one of the first, I think, the first lessons that entrepreneurs learn, myself included, is when you put all your eggs in one basket, that basket can be taken away or get burnt up or something, because that's happened to me as well in my first career as a real estate agent. So that's something that to definitely keep in mind when you're going through this journey. So, Kristen, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I think we're not live because
Okay.
can you try to go to my website or to my YouTube channel, because it says I'm live, but then on two different browsers it says video unavailable. So even though we're going to record this still for the podcast, we might have to
Right.
relaunch.
Yeah, no,
It's never done
you're
that.
not live. Not live.
Okay, so I don't know why. I think maybe we should hang up the call and do it again. Not the whole intro, but just the live part, to make sure that
Okay.
we're live during it. So, because
Whatever
it's never
you
happened, so I'm sorry.
whatever you like to do. Just we tweeted that out. That's the only
I
thing.
did.
But
I did too. Okay, I'm gonna hang up with you, but I'm gonna keep recording the audio, and then I'm just gonna add you back in.
okay.
Okay.